All right, hello. So this video, we're just going to go over very briefly how to join a Zoom meeting and how to get those basic settings set up once you're in the meeting. We'll go over how to access that meeting through a link sent to you in your email, or if you would like to join it using the meeting ID in the app. All right, we'll also take a little peek at how to make sure that your video and audio is connected properly and how you can change your view once you're in the group. So we're going to start off with taking a peek at a Zoom invitation sent through an email and how to access that. All right, so now we're looking at my inbox and we're going to find the Zoom link that I was emailed. So here we can see, please join our Zoom meeting in progress. You might also get invited to a future meeting if somebody scheduled something in advance. Now, the way that a meeting invitation appears to you might be very different depending on how the staff member sending it to you set it up. So this is what a very generic Zoom invite looks like if you just copy and paste it into an email. It looks a little bit overwhelming at first, but I'm going to tell you right off of the bat, there's a big amount of information here. All of this that we can just disregard, okay? So all of these confusing numbers, you don't need to pay them any attention. We only need to focus on this top part where it says join Zoom meeting and has a URL link. We'll also be looking at the meeting ID and password. All right, so just these three tools are going to get us into our meeting. Now, there's a couple different ways that you can enter the meeting. We can either click directly on this link, which is probably the easiest and my most favorite way to enter a meeting, or you can enter using the meeting ID by going to zoom.us and entering on the online platform, or by using the app that you've downloaded. So, I'm going to show you that way first, and then we're going to show you the easy way that I like. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this meeting ID. So I'm going to highlight that with my mouse. I'm going to side click and, let's try that one more time. Highlight, side click, and copy. Okay, so now my computer saved that information and I can either go onto Zoom online and join a meeting here and paste that into the meeting ID box, or I can go and find my Zoom app that I've downloaded onto my tablet or computer or phone, and you can join the meeting that way. So we would say join meeting, we're going to paste our meeting ID in, and then we're going to make sure that we've written the name that we want to appear as when we join the group. This is important so the host knows who we are. If you've already created a Zoom account, even better. It will save all your information. Now I would click Join Meeting, and it would prompt me for the password, where I could go back into my email and look at that password and type it in. Okay? That would allow me to join the meeting and I would get right in. So now I'm just going to show you quickly how you join with the link. Very, very easy. The link should be underlined to indicate that it's clickable. You would just click it and it will launch Zoom for you. So it will ask you if you would like to launch Zoom, and if this is the first time that you're using Zoom on the device that you are on, it might ask you if you'd like to download Zoom, in which case you will say yes, and it will very quickly download and launch the Zoom window. So we're going to click Open. Perfect. So now it would ask me for that same password, but because I did join this meeting already once before, it's not. But at this point, you would type in that password and click Enter, and then we would get to this stage. And this is saying that we are in the waiting room, okay? So it says, please wait, the meeting host will let you in. This is a very good thing to see. It means we're right where we need to be. You will also likely see the name of the meeting. So we're heading into a Livestreams Hangout meeting. Now, this waiting room is really important for security reasons, and we use it for all of our meetings at Garth Homer. And this is a way that prevents just anybody from joining the meeting. Okay, so at this stage, the host gets notified that somebody is waiting to join the meeting, and they can look to see if that person's name is somebody that they know, and if it is, they will let us in. So I'm just going to pop over to my other device here. I've set up a meeting where we have I have a couple of participants of my own devices, so that you can see what it looks like when other people are on the call. So I'm just going to pop over and admit us so we can get in. All right. Perfect. Okay, so as you can see, we are now entered the meeting. You can see our meeting screen here. We've got our host. These are very nice photos I found around my house just to indicate other participants. So we've got our host, and we have another participant who's in the meeting. And you can see here that this is us, but only our name is showing up. Our video and our microphone are not yet working. So to be able to join it into the meeting, we're going to have to turn those on. So down here in this bottom corner, there is a microphone and a video camera. All right, so depending on your host's settings, when you join the meeting, these things might come on automatically, but they might not. So it's really good for you to know how to turn them on and off. So to turn your microphone on, you just click it. Okay. All right, I'm going to mute that again because I'm hearing my voice from my other device, but that's how you turn that on. And once you turn it off, it will have a line through there and it will show that you're muted. You can also see in your video that your microphone is off. If you would like to test your speaker and microphone, you can click this little up button and it will give you the opportunity to test them. So in doing so, it will play a little ringtone. You can make sure that you hear that okay. Then, okay. Oh gosh, okay. Okay, and the microphone one will record your voice and play it back to you, and you click if you can hear that. So we heard me just fine, that's great. We click finish. You can also use this to switch if you've plugged in headphones, or if you have an external microphone, you can switch between which one you're using. So that's a good thing to know how to do as well. To turn on your camera, very much the same thing. Right down here, we're going to click on Start Video. All right, and there I am. You can see me. I've joined in now. See me and my beautiful camera setup. So just clicking on this will turn that on and off. So I'm going to turn that back off. Perfect. So during your meeting, you'll probably leave that on. I'm going to adjust this a little bit. Perfect. Probably leave that on for the whole meeting. I'll turn that back on actually. Okay, so that's really the basics of how to get in here. Turning your microphone on and off, turning your video on and off. You can also see down here, this just shows us how many people are in the call, but you can see here, we see that as well. There is a chat function. If people are using that, you can click on that and you can send a message to everybody, or you can change it so it will only send to one person. So I could change that and it would only send to the host. Okay, so that's what the chat is. And then you can also change how you're seeing people on the screen. So right now we're looking and I can see me and the host and the other participants. And even if there was 10 other participants, I would be able to see everybody on this screen right here in this setting. However, I can change that if I want by going up here and clicking on Speaker View. Okay, so by clicking on this, it's going to change who I'm seeing. Now, Speaker View will show me whichever camera is picking up volume. So generally that means who's speaking. So right now, it's showing that the host is picking up my speaker sound, and that's who it's showing me is talking. However, if these puppies started picking up my sound and talking, then they would show up, and it would just switch between who is talking. I'm going to put that back down. So speaker view obviously is a very great one to be in if you're in a meeting and different people are talking and you want to focus right in on their face as they're speaking. If you're just in a hangout with a lot of friends, I really enjoy keeping it in this view so you can see all your friends at once. The final thing that I want to show you is that you can pin a video. And that means that you can make one person's video go really big on your screen and stay there no matter who is talking. So sometimes if you want to be watching somebody and other people make noise, it will bounce over to their videos. But if you pin their video, it's not going to bounce, okay? So I'm going to show you how to do that on these puppies. As we'll say that I really want to watch the video. I really want to watch what these puppies are doing here, even though the host is talking. So I can go up and I can click these 3 buttons and I can click pin video. So now these guys are going to be the one that show up nice and big on my screen, even though it might be somebody else who's talking. Okay, so this is nice, again, if somebody's leading exercise or dance and you really want to just be watching that one person, it can be nice to pin their video until they're done. Now what you do on your screen here is only for you, okay? So everybody controls what they're seeing. So if you pin this video on your screen, it doesn't pin for everybody else. Okay, so now to unpin that, you just click up here in this top corner. There you go, and I'm gonna go back to gallery view. Perfect. All right. Lastly, if you like doing fun little reactions, they've got a couple things here. If you want to show a thumbs up, it will just show up in your corner there, or a clap. Just fun ways to talk if you're muted and you can't say something verbally. And then of course in Zoom's action can be really great too if you're muted. So standard thumbs up, hands up if you have a question. Those are really going to help you along in your communication in Zoom. So I hope that helped. I hope you're going to have a blast connecting with people virtually. And that's it. To leave the meeting, once you're all done, just come on down here and click Leave Meeting. It will ask you to confirm it, and you confirm.